As we've gone through this series, we've been building this site called Wordville. Now that we're nearing the end of the series, we're pretty much done with it, but there are still a few things that need to be polished up. So we're going to use some of the things we learned in this series to take care of those. The first thing I want to look at is the sidebar. Right now, every page has the same content in the sidebar, but not every page needs it. Attractions should really only be on the attractions page and its children. The aquarium image doesn't really need to be on the aquarium page. And most of this news information should really only be on the news page. And then our footer is pretty bland. I'd like to put in some excellent content so that people actually want to get down there. I also want to make it so that people can log into the website. Citizens need to be able to log in and leave comments and take part in the community. So the first thing that we're going to do is go to Settings, General, and make sure that anyone can register is turned on, and that the default role is Subscriber. The problem with this is that the only way people can log in is if they know the super secret login page, which most people don't. So I want to add a widget that will put a login form right in the sidebar. So we're going to use one called Sidebar Login. It has 50,000 active installs. It was last updated 12 months ago. But Mike Jolly has an excellent reputation for making really great plugins. So I'm going to trust this one. So let's go back to Plugins and install Sidebar Login. And now we'll activate it. And now let's go to Appearance, Widgets. We'll open up the right sidebar, and then over here we will find Sidebar Login. And we'll drag it right up there. And now when they're logged out, it'll say Log In. And we can put in some links if we wish. We can optionally show the lost password link and a register link, and the Remember Me checkbox. And once they log in, we want them to redirect to the current page URL, where they are right now, not the administration area, because they don't need that. When they're logged in, it says Welcome, username, and then there are links to Dashboard, Profile, and Log Out. And we can optionally show the logged in user avatar, and when they log out, it brings them right back to where they clicked Log Out. So let's see what this looks like. There we are. Welcome Topher. And there's our little picture and links. Now let's see what it looks like for someone who's logged out. There we are. There's a nice little form. We could probably tighten this up a little bit by using the Customizer's CSS box, but we'll leave that for another video. I'm going to log back in. And here we are. But now our sidebar is even longer. So let's take a look at making that smaller. We're going to use a plugin called Widget Visibility without Jetpack. And it's called that because widget visibility is a feature of Jetpack. So this provides the same functionality without actually installing all of Jetpack. We'll search for that. And there it is. So now we'll click Install Now. And activate. Then back to Widgets. Now the sidebar login we actually do want on every page so that people can log in from anywhere. The aquarium we do not want to show on the aquarium page. So we go to the bottom and we click the visibility button. And we can say hide if page is aquarium and hit save. So now we'll reload the home page and we can still see it, which is good. Then we go to the aquarium page and we do not see it, which is perfect. So now let's make it so that attractions only shows up on attractions and its children. We'll click Visibility. We'll say Show if page is attractions. Add, or if page is museum, or if page is a zoo, or if page is aquarium, and save. So now we are on the aquarium, so if we reload we should still see it, and we do. But if we go to the civics page, we don't anymore, which is great. So now let's go to the news page, and on the news page we want to be able to see recent posts, archives, and categories. I think we should see recent posts on every page because that's some significant information, but we don't need archives and categories on every page. So let's come back here and say archives show if page is archive page. And we'll do the same for categories. But we also want it on an individual post. We'll save and save. And so right now we're on the home page. We reload and we do not see them. And that shortens the page pretty dramatically. But if we go to a post, there they are. Now let's take a look at making the footer a little less bland. I think what we want to do is take recent posts out of the sidebar and put it in the footer. So we don't actually want to take it out of the sidebar. We simply want to make it match the others. There. Now the home page is nice and short. So in the footer, I think we should add another recent posts. Right there. But we'll call it recent news, and we'll display the post date. And there we go. You'll note that my map is failing here. That's because I'm actually running this on a local development server, right on my own computer, and my connection isn't the greatest. So if I reload properly, then I get the map. So that's not the fault of the plugin. That's just the way my computer is set up. So now here in the footer, we have a map, we have good contact information, and we have recent news. That's the kind of thing that people are going to be looking for on every page. How do I call them? In the sidebar on the home page, it's nice and short. You can log in or you can see who you are, and there's Visit the Aquarium. But if you go to the attractions page, there's the attractions. Now actually, I think that should move up. And fortunately, we can easily do that. We simply drag it. Because people will want to use that a lot more than logging in or out. And if we go to another page, it's not there at all, so it doesn't matter that it's above them. So now our site, Wordville, looks like a real city site. We have a photo, we have links to attractions, we have contact information, a map, news, we have attractions, we have posts about civics, we have a map showing the town, And we have a feedback form so people can communicate with the city. Now we've finished our site, but that's not the end. Owning a website is a lot like owning a pet or a plant. They require constant care. Once we've launched our site, we need to keep it safe, updated, and running quickly. In the next few videos, we're going to show you how to manage a WordPress site. The topics we'll cover are keeping your WordPress site safe, guarding against WordPress comment spam, backing up your WordPress site, using a WordPress staging site, speeding up your WordPress site, and upgrading your WordPress site. Each of these things is something that you will use in the day-to-day maintenance of your website.